Hey, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Life is Better with a Cigar, because it truly is. Today we are reviewing one that I've been looking forward to for a long time. It is a Liga Perfecta Rum exclusive Nicaraguan blend, Serie Limitada, from the House of the Lucky Cigar. And you can't really see shit there, especially through the thing. So, oh god, so it smells absolutely amazing. There's a closer look at the. You can't see shit there. I apologize, but it smells absolutely fucking amazing. I'm getting like banana bread and cocoa butter. Like fresh baked banana bread and like cocoa butter. So right off the bat, this is getting like a 9.5 out of 10 for aroma. It smells so fucking good. Like, I almost don't want to smoke it because it smells so good. Handy dandy Hammersmith deep V cutter. What do I do with my, there it is, and my Hammersmith lighter. Excuse me. So right off the bat, I'm not getting a whole lot, which is surprising. Yeah, 100% off the bat, it's 9.5 for aroma. But for the flavor, that's what we got to go. Train coming. About to shut down all the damn downtown, these damn trains. Really getting a lot. Maybe a little bit of cocoa on the back end. It's subtle and it's at like the back of the tongue, but it's there. Now that I'm paying closer attention, there's a little bit of cocoa on the back end. Hopefully it gets a little bit stronger and a little more complex as this stick burns. We'll see. We'll see. So, it's fucking cold outside. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, temperature as compared to lots of other places in the country, or let alone lots of other places in the world, it's not that cold in the grand scheme. However, cold enough that it fucking snowed early yesterday morning, and then it stayed cold enough that the snow didn't all melt, and then it got cold enough that it all turned into ice overnight. So I don't like it. I have lived a lot of different places, and it snowed in many of them, but I don't like it. I don't like the snow. I really don't. My leg is all fucked up from the time, or from when I was in the military. That's leaving a little bit of that banana bread flavor on my lips. Again, it's subtle, but it's there. That's nice. I like it. But anyway, the cocoa's coming through a little bit stronger now too. Now that I'm paying attention to it. Hopefully that comes through a little bit more. But anyway, yeah, my leg, from the time when I was in the military, my leg's all fucked up. They had to completely rebuild my right leg. I had all kinds of pins and rods and all kinds of shit in there. And they've since taken it out. They've since taken all that hardware out. But the cold and the damp fucking sucks. It hurts. Very, very uncomfortable. And snow is both cold and damp, so that's extra fun. I don't want to leave the house today, but I was able to justify staying home yesterday when all the snow was fresh and people don't know how to fucking drive, but I have to get out there today. Can't really justify that to myself, let alone to my boss, if I don't go back out today. Which sucks, because I don't trust these damn people on the road when it's dry and warm. When it's fucking cold and icy, I don't trust any of these damn people on the road. Anyway, so I touched a little bit last time on me getting the animals that I don't trust, list of animals that I don't trust, and also the fact that I have a ban from SeaWorld. And while I was talking about animals I don't trust, giraffes came up. So I figured I'd get a little more in detail about that shit. Giraffes, I guess I don't have a specific reason why I don't trust giraffes. However, that's extra fun. I'm gonna have to pull over here in a second and get all this snow off my windshield that just slid down from the top of my roof. But anyway, so I was thrown out of a zoo in, where was I? I was in New Mexico, a little town in New Mexico, if I remember correctly. And I was there visiting some family that lived there at the time. And this was again after I had already gotten fucked up and my leg. I was walking again, but I was still having to do like physical therapy and shit, you know what I mean? To get it back up to par. And man, like I'm still smelling that cocoa butter in the smoke, but it's not coming through very strong in the flavor. That's a little bit disappointing. That's weird. Anyway, excuse me. Alright, so I gotta pull over and get all this shit off my windshield so I can actually see, so I don't turn into one of those fucking people that can't drive in the snow. So bear with me briefly as I pull over into this damn parking lot. Maybe if I fucking drift it, if I just whip sideways and hit the e-brake, maybe it'll throw some of that snow off, right? Pull some Fast and the Furious shit. But I'm in a, I'm not in the right car for that. So, give me a moment. Let me set this down. Alright. And I will be right back. Bear with me. Okay, I'm back. So I feel like this is going to, since I'm already at almost 13 minutes, I feel like this is going to be an extra long video. Which means that not really a whole lot of you people are going to watch. But that's fine, because I know none of you damn people are watching in the first place. Excuse me. I'm doing this for me, not for you. But at the same time, it's not burning super evenly. Which, it was in this tube the entire time, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but still a little bit disappointing. Maybe it'll even out. Maybe it won't even out. I don't know. We'll find out. Where was I? Oh, yeah, so I was visiting some family, this little small town in New Mexico. Was it New Mexico? I think it was New Mexico. Anyway, and they had younger kids at the time. I mean, they still have the kids, but the kids are no longer younger. So we were like, fuck it, let's go to the zoo. There's one. I'm only here for the weekend, and there's one relatively close. Let's go hang out at the zoo. I've always enjoyed zoos. So dude, what the hell? This really needs to get something that comes through, because this is fucking bland. It's really frustrating. That little tiny bit of cocoa in the background, but that's that's it. I think it might have a... I almost want to say it might have a flavored tip, but it's not sweet enough to have a flavored tip. That little bit of banana bread flavor on my lips, and then a little tiny bit of cocoa in the background. But that's it. That's all I'm getting. I'm not getting any pepper. I'm not getting any wood flavors. I'm not getting any earthy flavors. I'm not really getting shit. Overall, this is bland, and that sucks. But anyway, so we're at the zoo, right? And I have always been of the opinion that if they didn't want me to do something, there would be a sign of some kind prohibiting my behavior, right? As a YouTuber I really enjoy, the Fat Electrician, as he says, it's not a war crime the first time, which that's absolutely an extreme example, but anyway, so I may have been a little intoxicated, right? But we're wandering around the zoo, and I wander off, and I'm looking at the damn giraffes. And there's a little door around the side of the enclosure, and just there was no sign saying no entrance. There was no sign that said employees only or anything like that. There was a little, like, you know, the little ankle high, more for decoration than anything, little fences that are around the borders of, like, the rock area or fucking your lawn or garden or whatever, just to kind of denote the boundaries of it. So there was one of those, but I just stepped over that shit. Excuse me. And so I went up and I tried that door, and it was unlocked. There was no sign that said no entrance, employees only, do not enter, fucking whatever. It was unlocked. So I went in, and still nothing. I mean, maybe, I guess there's a little bit of wood coming through, a little bit of oak maybe, but it's very, very, very faint, and if I wasn't specifically looking for it, I wouldn't pick it up. But anyway, so I opened this door, and I walked in, and turns out it was the door into the barn for the giraffe. So all of a sudden, I'm just in the giraffe enclosure, and I was like, cool, I'm about to pet this fucking giraffe. Now, while I'm drinking, I don't generally make the smartest decisions, right? It is what it is. You know, a lot of people don't make super smart decisions when they're drinking. But yeah, so I ended up in this fucking giraffe enclosure, and I'm like, yes, this is awesome. I'm about to go pet that giraffe. Now, anyone who has worked with wildlife is immediately going to say that's a fucking terrible decision. I know that because when I was telling this story to my brother, who worked for Six Flags, or did at that time work for Six Flags as one of the large animal trainers, I hadn't even gotten fully into the story, and he said, this is a terrible decision. So, that's how I know. But anyway, so I'm not dumb enough to just run up on this giant-ass animal. I'm moving slow and steadily, right? Not making any sudden movements. I'm talking calmly to this fucking giraffe the whole time. And, alright, so the cocoa is fading. Not that it was super strong to begin with. And the oak is becoming a little more pronounced. And now that I'm saying that, it occurs to me that I could be telling you guys fucking anything. I could be saying, oh yes, the Merlot bouquet of this fucking cigar, blah blah blah, and you would have no idea if I was telling you the truth of what I'm really tasting or not. I could tell you, oh, this tastes like creme brulee and fucking starfruit, and you'd be like, okay, well that's what he's tasting. I could be lying through my teeth. Yes, this tastes like deep fried monkey asshole, and you wouldn't know. You just have to trust the fact that I am tasting what I'm tasting. Also, there's still snow on the ground, and only one lane has been plowed, I guess. This is South Florida. They don't have plows. They are relying on what the sun does to melt the shit. But I digress. Where was I? Oh, so I'm slowly, calmly approaching this giraffe, and had there been a baby in there, I wouldn't have even attempted it, right? Because I may make poor choices, but I'm not suicidal. But there was no baby, so I'm slowly walking in. I get within like probably 30 feet of this giraffe, and it fucking wasn't having it, so it backed up skittish. I was like, okay, I hear you. Slow and steady wins the race, right? So I paused for a second. I'm still talking calmly and smoothly and trying to calm this, soothe the savage beast, as it were. And then after probably 30 seconds of talking calmly, I start moving forward again, like, hey buddy, like, I'm not gonna hurt you, blah blah blah, I just want to pet you, I want to be your friend, blah blah blah, whatever. And again, I get within probably 20 or 30 feet, and it backs right back up. And I'm like, okay, still not feeling it. I get it. I don't like strangers either, right? So, again, I'm talking slowly and calmly and smoothly. And I start kind of looking around a little bit, or noticing more of my surroundings. And this giraffe has backed right up into the corner of its enclosure. And I may make poor choices, but again, I'm not suicidal. If this giraffe has nowhere to go, it's coming right at me. And if it's scared, or if it's pissed off, whatever, it's not going to end well for me. I had to give that shit up, especially when it started, like, tossing its head, like, fucking come at me, bro. I'm like, no, I don't feel like getting kicked in the chest by a 38-foot-long leg. Doesn't sound like a good day to me. Dude. Okay. So, not only is this subtle enough to be actually bland, fucking went out on me. This thing really needs to get quite a bit better very quickly, because, man, it smelled fucking great. But there was a 9.5 on the Aroma, and I just, that's it. That so far the Aroma has been the only high point of this cigar. Okay, so it's looking like I'm getting something else. I'm getting something else. It's darker than what I was picking up earlier. That might be that rum coming through, because this is a rum exclusive Nicaraguan blend. It's like a coating on my tongue. It's not really a flavor per se. It's like a feeling, like a coating on my tongue that's darker. That's nice. I hope that continues. Man, it heard me say that the Aroma was the only high point. It was like, okay, hold my beer. Fucking bet. Let's do this. Hopefully that continues. That's really good. Yeah, so anyway, so I this giraffe starts fucking tossing his head, like, fucking come at me. Like, maybe petting this giraffe is not a super intelligent idea. I mentioned that my brother at one point worked for Six Flags training large animals, and he said that he told me afterwards, after I told him this story, that he has seen, you know, he would help out where he was needed, like if he didn't have anything else necessarily going on at that time. And he said one day they were trying to load this giraffe into a trailer to take it fucking somewhere, I don't know. And he said the giraffe kicked out and put a big-ass dent in the thick-ass steel door. So they look long and fucking gangly, but giraffes got some power. They really do. And I feel like my chest isn't quite as tough as a thick steel door. So I think that getting kicked by one wouldn't end well for me. You know what I mean? So, anyway. Alright, so that cocoa is back. Again, it's faint, but it's there. And I'm still getting that what I think is rum. I think that's that rum infusion, for lack of a better term. But I think that's what's coming through. I like it. Which is good, because I don't remember what I paid for this, but I want to say it was like a fucking $15 or $20 stick. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't remember. Yeah, so anyway, so I got that. I decided that petting that giraffe wasn't necessarily something I needed to do that day. And, slowly backed out and came out the door that I originally entered from. And as I exited the door, I was met with zoo security, and they weren't super pleased with me. But it's like, you know what? If you didn't want me in there, fucking lock the door. What if I was a little kid? Or someone with fewer survival instincts? They would have backed that giraffe up into that corner and they'd have kept going and they would have died. And then you'd have to put the giraffe down, because that's the way that shit fucking works, even though it's not fair. So I got kicked out. I didn't get banned, that I know of. I guess I haven't been back to that specific zoo in that specific small town in New Mexico, so I don't know for sure, but I got kicked out, at least for the day. They weren't super pleased with me. Oh well, fuck them. Next time lock the door. Or at least put up an employees only sign, shit. Not my fault. It's a little my fault. Like, I'm not dumb enough to say that I have no responsibility in that particular situation. In fact, if I had to put numbers on it, I would say it is approximately 17% my fault. With the other amount of percentage being on the fucking the zoo. Whether they want to pass that on to the trainer or fucking what, that's on them, but I will accept 17% of that responsibility. I don't put any of that on the giraffe, which is more than I can say for a lot of fucking places. Like, what was that fucking gorilla's name? Harambe? Back in whatever the fuck year that was? Right before the world went to shit? I don't remember the specifics of that story, but if I remember correctly, somebody fell into the fucking enclosure. Like some kid or something fell into the enclosure. And then, I don't know if he hurt the kid, or if he killed the kid, or if he just like approached. But whatever the case may be, whatever the case was, they ended up killing that fucking gorilla, which was not fair to him. It's not his fault he had intruders in his fucking enclosure. Not his fault. Humanity is stupid. He just paid the price for it. That's right about the time humanity and the world in general decided to turn to shit. So the rum is getting lighter. Like, not the not the intensity of the rum, but like it started off as like a dark rum. You know what I mean? Like a dark, like spiced rum. And now it's